The stars at night are shining bright over Grand Prairie, Texas, deep in the heart of everything, where tradition meets innovation, small-town values meet big city dreams. Recognized as the safest city in North Texas, celebrated nationally for its events, attractions, infrastructure, and creativity.
Hello, all you Grand Prairie kids. This is your mayor, Ron Jensen.
Somos su espíritu.
Home to world champions, Olympians, and superstar citizens like you, who make Grand Prairie one of the most vibrant, up-and-coming communities in America. Together, we're shining brighter than ever. From your city hall to your city streets, we've welcomed the most sought-after businesses, broken ground on new affordable housing options, and paved the way for a more welcoming and prosperous place to live for future generations. Grand Prairie, where the only thing brighter than the stars is just over the horizon.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 State of the City. And a special thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. The future is bright right here in Grand Prairie, Texas. Now, why do I say that? This is the greatest city in Texas because the sky's the limit. Where we're heading, thanks to the success of what we've built on. What makes a great city? Three things, I think: safety, stability, and opportunity. Safety, to live your lives knowing families and homes are protected. Stability, in knowing the life you want to build here in Grand Prairie is available and sustainable. Homes building value in a clean, welcoming community full of reliable infrastructure, services, and jobs. I have to underscore a welcoming community. I see that every day. And last, opportunity. Knowing you can start here and become a star in your own right, just like our own Olympian, Jasmine Moore. In last year's Paris Olympics, yes. And the Olympics did a good job. They got it right. They would say she's from Lake Ridge High in Mansfield, but she also said Grand Prairie native. They would say that she would. In last year's Paris Olympics, Jasmine became the first American woman ever to compete in the triple jump and long jump, and she medaled in both and then came back home to celebrate it. Let's watch.
Welcome to your stage, Miss Jasmine Moore!
Mama, Daddy, so proud of y'all. I know you're proud.
We're out here in Grand Prairie at Epic Central with the community to celebrate my 2 bronze medals from the Olympics, and it's just so nice to have my family and my friends out here to support me and to finally come back home. Just to have so much love and support, it's been so nice, and I've been able to stay in Epic Central and just see all it has to offer, so it's been a lot of fun and I'm very grateful.
Folks, you know this. Thank you. She's a great young lady. Have time to visit with her and her family. So proud of her. She didn't get there overnight. It started with hard work on her part, but also guidance from her parents, local coaches, teachers, and mentors, daily jogs on safe, well-maintained streets, and the support from a wonderful community. Let's look at somebody else. What about Joe Zavala? What a story right here. A man with an idea to combine Hispanic culture with Texas barbecue and to make it taste so good that people had no choice but to fall in love with it. I don't know how many of y'all drive by his place on Thursday, but the grass is covered with trucks and everybody's eating outside. They even do that in the summer heat. Got to be good barbecue for that. He's a man who beat cancer and now raises money for other restaurant workers battling cancer because he knows most restaurant workers aren't part of a system or a health plan. So he raises money when, with his own time and energy, And now also he's recognized as one of the best taco and barbecue artists in Texas. He's made...
Me, Grand Prairie.
Yes, look, let's listen to him.
To me, Grand Prairie is the biggest, smallest town in the U.S. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody wants to take care of everybody, and I'm so happy that I was born and raised here. My journey's been it's been amazing. Very low lows, very high highs, and it evens out to a great life. And I'm so happy I get to do it here in Grand Prairie.
You know, don't know if you know it, but if you're at the AAC for a Stars game, and if you ever go back for a Mavs game, and we have season tickets to both, but I think we're going to be giving a lot of Mavs games away. The point is, Rebecca and I walk all the way around the arena at halftime and walk all the way around the arena between the first and second periods on a hockey game. We're in section 107 and 108. Joe Zavala's is over on 121. You need to go there and have some barbecue at the AAC, and that's our own Joe Zavala. It's at the AAC, Zavala's Barbecue. What about my dear friend, Matthew Lowe? Yeah. Another Grand Prairie champion with a dream to create a welcoming space for our Asian friends and neighbors where they can celebrate their rich cultures, teach me how to eat pho and dim sum, and any one of, oh, and he even got me to eat a chicken foot. He posted it. I wish I could say it was tasty, but I couldn't even taste it. And anyone of any background can learn about and enjoy wonderful cultures from other people.
Grand Prairie is very dear to me. Our business grew in Grand Prairie, expanded, and each time we host an event, we have so many people from different backgrounds. We're trying to be the destination connecting cultures and community. And I want to thank the City of Grand Prairie, Mayor Ron Jensen, and the business partners we have in the great city of Grand Prairie. And that's what makes Asia Times Square what we are and who we are.
For a little background, his family came over here with quarters in their pocket. Their daddy started with nothing. With help of others and hard work, they moved here, bought the old Walmart. And Sam's, sorry, no, Walmart first. And we were hoping they'd grow fast enough that we'd buy Sam's before somebody else did. Right, Matthew? And you did. Walmart was vacant for a long time, and vacant places stay vacant quite a while sometimes. Look at Kohl's. I've had people come up with a lot of ideas, and what's that movie? Show Me the Money? We don't own the building. Somebody's got to have an idea, but the tough part is getting others to believe in that idea and help fund it. So we're still waiting. We hope something works there at Kohl's. But he took those two buildings, and look at what we have today. Zavala's and Asia Times Square are just two of the many businesses we support. It's one of our city goals for 2025 to increase inclusion in city contracts, planning projects, and business opportunities. Yes, thank you. We encourage anyone starting and building their business to reach out to us, as we offer plenty of resources for existing and aspiring businesses. Because here in Grand Prairie, I believe if you have a good idea, the dedication to make it the reality, and the vision to see it into future, you can succeed. A vision like IKEA had. Patrick, thank you for being here tonight, the general manager. I have to tell this story. Tom Hart and I had a vision around his table in his office at City Hall in 2013, shortly after I was elected mayor. The vision was for this: Epic Waters, Epic Central, Playground Adventures. It was Tom's idea for the light show, water show. It was a collective idea for the hotels. We always knew we needed hotels in the conference center and wanted things for chicken and pickle. But the government, us, the city, can fund it through sales tax. We did it through a 1/4-cent sales tax that the voters overwhelmingly approved, over 76%, or by bond packages, which we floated another 70. The first one was $75 million, then later we did another $75 million to help build the hotels, chicken and pickle, the restaurant pad sites and everything. So why am I pausing on IKEA? The city can fund things and have the vision, but then you have to have somebody, a corporation, an individual that has money to do what? Risk on their own. Look at how many businesses are closing down now. Conn's, Party City, Joann's. Rebecca's not so disappointed about Conn's and Party City, but my gosh, when she heard Joann's was closing, oh my lordy. Big Lots. Think of the places we shopped years ago. Macy's is closing down a lot. Sears is gone. Opening a business doesn't guarantee success. And the money we gave IKEA was a small drop in the bucket. We gave them $5 million over a 10-year period. They had to think of spending their millions of dollars at risk to build in Grand Prairie. Thank you, Patrick, and your team. I believe to this day that we may not have, now may, of course, you can say you believe anything and say may, and okay, that just kind of disqualifies it. But I do believe without IKEA, we would not have got Bass Pro, Andretti's, and Top Golf. Prove me wrong. Come on, you know. Like the International Cricket Council, who would have thought, Brian, you and your father-in-law, Charlie, went up to St. Paul and watched the minor league baseball team, right? And Charlie came home loving it, but that was because St. Paul supported it. We floated an 8-cent sales tax to build our baseball field. I had more people in my reunions. Oh, Lordy, what are we going to do with the baseball field? And in walks Ross Perot Jr. and Enron Jane, willing to put in $25 million of their own money to retrofit our baseball field into a cricket stadium. Thank you, Ross Perot and Enron Jane. The first weekend, Rebecca and I were there, most of the council, we're walking in, there were 7,000 people there to watch cricket because we have a huge contingency that grew up playing cricket, and they wanted to bring their children to watch cricket. I learned one thing: you have to have a flag and a whistle to go to a cricket game. So, Cricket Council, which brought eyes and ears. Now, cricket's the second most popular sport in the world, just behind soccer. And guess what's coming to DFW area next year? The World Cup. Our hotels will be full. Okay, got a growing list of restaurants, businesses, and local heroes that make our community what it is. Lone Star Park's here tonight, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Texas Trust Theater. Folks, if you can't find a show you enjoy going to at Texas Trust, you just don't look at all their shows. My Lordy. Cheap Tricks out there tonight. Thank you all for coming here and still going and seeing it. You probably could have got a ticket cheap. You know, Texas Trust Theater, Bass Pro, Andretti, Top Golf, Radici, Radice by celebrity chef Tiffany Deary, to name a few. And we talked to Tiffany. She's set to open up Radice finally in April. Can't wait. Out of all the TV stations and networks out there, she chose to have our own marketing team go out and film her. Let's look at what she had to say about Grand Prairie.
What is it about Grand Prairie that made you say, yes, that's the place I want to open a spot next?
Have you been here? I mean, yeah. All we need to do is pause, show footage of the whole area. I let the waterfall go. I think it's just beautiful. I think it's stunning. I don't think there's another place in the DFW that feels like this. I love the community. Community is so important for us.
Now, I don't know if y'all watch Beat Bobby Flair, the champions and all that, but you'll see Tiffany Deary on that channel if you've watched it long enough. Tiffany hit the nail right on the head, folks. Our popular Epic Central Entertainment District has brought in over 3.5 million visitors since Epic Waters opened. Who'd have thought? Clearly, we love our Olympians, celebrity chefs, but our city is also made up of stars who serve our community behind the scenes. Chief Cessny and I do talk about it. He sees the emails I get about, Mayor, we're growing too much, crime is going up. I send it to Daniel. And Daniel gives them the facts. Are we crime free? Of course not. But he and his team, let's look at some things they've done for us. In 2024, Grand Prairie was recognized as the 4th safest major city in Texas. 4th. That's according to FBI crime reporting. We're not cooking any books. You turn in the reports. We also just got ranked the safest city in DFW by Wallet Hub. They take a lot of factors in, one of which is crime. The other is response by our fire department. Access, it's a lot of things, but they rated us number 1 in DFW. That same study ranked us as number 8, not in Texas, number 8 in the United States. Here's the categories. Number of active firefighters, EMTs, police officers per capita, crime per capita, traffic and pedestrian safety. In other words, this perception of safety, in other words, how safe you feel in the city. And again, in this category, we're number 8 in the country. Not only that, we're number 1 in Texas. Let's watch a great video.
Grand Prairie is right in the heart of the Dallas Metroplex area. We've got around 210,000 residents. Our department has about close to 600 employees, 306 sworn officers. So the great thing about the Grand Prairie Police Department is that we're large enough to have all the tools we need to be crime fighters, but small enough to where we can be very nimble and agile and change on a dime. We really leverage technology. It is part and parcel with how we fight crime and partnering with our community to maintain a safe environment with a high quality of life.
Let me just give you one example, because I've listened to Cessny so much. What is that, fire? Is that fight clapping? They have learned a lot of things, but they have learned if you pick out a hot spot that's had crime in the city and run a police car through there and have that police car hang around for 15 minutes, crime almost completely disappears for 2 to 3 hours. So we run somebody of those hot crime areas every 2 hours through there. Now, they may shift to another place. But if they were in your neighborhood, wouldn't you want to be shifted to another place? We want to shift them to Arlington. I love Mayor Ross. I don't want any crime over there either. But I've had a choice. Ha! Oh my gosh, y'all need to spend a day sitting beside Mayor Ross at an RTC meeting. Have y'all all listened to him on TV and things? I tried to turn his mic off at the meeting the other day. Of course, the police is just one piece of our safety puzzle. We have a world-class emergency services department. Let's take a look at the screen. This $7.25 million, 8,000 square foot facility is in a FEMA-rated shelter that's hardened to protect the critical operations of our city. It's large enough to accommodate local, regional, state, and federal agencies should the need arise, which I hope the need never arises. It has a robust telecommunications system with enhanced audiovisual capabilities that will make our response faster and more effective when dealing with large-scale disasters and events. The new EOC is a division of the fire department led by another great leader, Chief Fight. Okay, Cessny, now you can cheer. Speaking of our fire department, it has once again obtained the highest rating possible for insurance services. It's the ISO rating. If you remember a few State of the Cities ago, well, no, maybe 10 years ago, we were a 3. And I announced we had hopped from a 3 to a 1. We just got re-inspected and certified, and we are again an ISO 1. That means you get the lowest insurance rates you can based on the ISO rating. Cities that only have an ISO rating of 3 pay a lot more for insurance. Means a lot. But here's the thing about it. It's great being an ISO 1. What's better is we have the personnel, the equipment, the water supply, and all that to achieve an ISO 1. Not only that, Grand Prairie's department, again, for the 10th year in a row, won the Heart Association's Lifeline Gold Award. Folks, 10th year in a row. 10th year in a row. You've heard me tell you this. If you want to have a heart attack, you want to have it here in Grand Prairie. Once they get to me, and there's some tonight that would rush up here, maybe some would be fighting them off, but no. After they get to me, they have 90 minutes to get me to a hospital that's rated for a heart attack or a stroke and get me in the cath lab with the cath in me. 90 minutes. 90% of the time, our team has done it within 90 minutes 100% of the time. Thank you. Now, I know I get a lot of complaints. We don't have our own hospital. Folks, we achieved that without our own hospital. But let me tell you why. We're long and skinny like I was in high school. If that hospital was open today, only a third or a fourth of our patients would be taken there because we use the closest, most appropriate hospital to transport you to. So if you have a heart attack in South Grand Prairie in Mar-a-Lagos, where are we taking you? Methodist Mansfield. Hi, didn't I set that up good? But that's the point. Do we want a hospital there in our city? I'm not saying we don't. In fact, I've met the new owner. We have a new owner. His name's Quentin from Oxford, Mississippi. I've had 3 meetings with him. The first meeting, I was very blunt with him. I said, Quentin, I'd rather you never open if you run it like the last hospital. Why did I say that? The previous hospital was ranked number 2 in the state for most expensive. I don't mind being 2 in the state for police, but I don't want to have the hospital that's ranked number 2 in the state that keeps ripping off our citizens. And I looked him right in the eye at the Finch restaurant and I said, I'm not going to help you, and I hope you don't open. If you can't open a hospital that is better, that our citizens will be proud of and can afford. And he understood and looked at me and said, Mayor, that's my goal. I own and operate 6 other hospitals around the country, and if you look at my record, and I have. So I believe he's going forward with a development plan that the council will see here soon, and I hope one day I'm up here telling you we've opened it up. Let's all pray for that. Our fire department embraces innovation. For example, take a look at the new Scorpion vehicle that's already paid for, both in terms of cost of roadside damages and cost of human lives.
The attenuator, or what we call the Scorpion tail, is designed and engineered to absorb or deflect a collision. So as you can see in the video, we were struck on Interstate 30 very recently. The driver that struck us was deflected to the side of our scene. The police officers and firefighters remained safe in front of the Scorpion while the driver walked away injury-free. Also, as you can see in the video, we were able to replace the Scorpion tail within 2 days, and it was much more cost-effective than replacing an entire fire engine.
Isn't that a great? See, what's important to those of us, we just last Saturday memorialized again Lyndon King, who was killed by a drunk driver riding a ticket on the side of the road. What, 32 years ago, Chief? Had we had this technology back then, we still may have him on the force, about retirement age, I'm sure. We have to be innovative and try to protect our own when they're out doing work for our community. Once we have a safe community, we have to make sure the services we provide are world-class and reliable. We must ensure essential services like clean water without bubbles in it. However, we attacked the problem, got it solved, and I told Chief Fight for a month I couldn't go anywhere without somebody saying, great job on the water. Well-maintained roads, bridges. We also want to make sure our families have safe parks, libraries, places to run around, get exercise, and build healthy habits. That's why we're putting so much work into our parks. Take a look at our brand new star canopy at Veterans Memorial Park, a vision of who other than Ruthie Jackson. It's a reality now. And of course, Georgia kept after us until we did it. She always blamed her mama, but why wouldn't you? It was her idea. A perfect enhancement to a space where all of us can reflect and learn about the sacrifices and contributions of those who served. But that's not all. The Friendship Park pickleball and tennis courts are undergoing a complete makeover this summer. We are completely restructuring them from the ground up to turn 6 pickleball courts into 8, and then the sports corp pitched in the money to cover it. Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, you got some pickleball courts. We are also getting 6 brand new public pickleball courts on Wildlife Parkway between 161 and Beltline, thanks to the donation by Crow Holdings. Plus, we recently upgraded Prairie, Mi Familia, and Sycamore Parks. A special thanks to State Representative Chris Turner and the Tarrant County Commissioners Court. Thank you all so much. At Prairie Park alone, we dredged the pond, added new trails and lights, upgraded the swimming pool, restrooms, enhanced the basketball pavilion, new fitness courts, just did a lot of upgrades. At Mi Familiar Park, it's also received major improvements, and I recognize Councilmember Mike Dolboski now because when he was first elected, we used the park, but it was in Dallas city limits. And if you had any issues out there, you had to wait for Dallas to come. So we were able to work out a trade, thank you, Mike, and now Mi Familia is in the city limits of Grand Prairie. We were able to use ARPA fiscal recovery funds to improve things like a new playground, lighted trails, pavilion repairs, landscape, irrigation upgrades, and other enhancements. At Sycamore Park, which I didn't even know where it was until I drove there and realized it's where my mom and daddy lived when I first met Rebecca, right down Cielo Vista. We added a new playground. That's all, and other things, my goodness. And Dr. Garcia, thank you for that contribution. But as we upgrade our city assets, we have to always protect our natural environment as best we can by growing responsibly. And to achieve growth, we need to manage a budget responsibly and invest your taxes wisely. That means sales tax and property taxes. Last year, the council approved a 2.5% homestead exemption increase designed to save you money on your property tax if you own your own home and claim the homestead exemption. We then have to invest, that's just step one, we then have to invest those tax dollars as best we can. In order to make the best investments possible, we rely on a strong financial team working behind the scenes, who, by the way, recently received the Government Finance Officers Association Certificate of Reporting. That's a long title, but in short, they keep track of your tax dollars and work with our City Council and our City Council Financial Committee to ensure the funds go where they need to go. Folks, it's no secret we're growing, and we'll continue to grow, especially in our southern sector. There's going to be another whole city living out there in the future. Huffines' brilliant 1,500-acre master plan community called Lake Song will offer parks, trails, lakes, residential opportunities for thousands of Grand Prairie residents. Another bold new investment that is also coming to the south part of the city is Goodland. If you drive in around town, down 287 in Mansfield, you see the big sign, "Welcome to Goodland." It's from the real estate developer Provident. If you haven't been south of US Highway 287 lately, let me tell you, you're in for a big surprise. You go down 360 to hang a left on 287 towards Midlothian, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's Goodland. Drive in there, take a look at it. It's going to be another whole city down there. But that's just the tip of the iceberg for what's in store for our community. Take a look at some of the other major developments.
The city of Grand Prairie broke ground today on a new affordable housing complex.
Se inicia un nuevo proyecto de construcción en Grand Prairie de viviendas asequibles.
Well, the city of Grand Prairie celebrated the start of construction on a new affordable housing development. The 10-lot area is located just south of downtown Grand Prairie. It will offer affordable 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom homes to low to moderate income families. The project is through the City of Grand Prairie's homeownership program and is co-funded with federal and county dollars. City leaders hope it is the first of many initiatives to address affordable housing.
This would be close to things. Somebody can stay here and walk across the street, take their children to school. It's a significant step, but it's not the first step the City of Grand Prairie nor the county wants to take. We want to find future locations.
The project is scheduled for completion next year.
Well, Grand Prairie is expanding after annexing more than 1,500 acres along its southern border. The new land will be part of the community of Goodland, located south of 287 in Ellis and Johnson counties. The city says this project will bring more than 15,000 homes to the area. The mixed-use community will include shops, event venues, sports complexes, and more. Goodland Parkway is set to open next December.
Just a few miles south of DFW Airport, the project is called River Central. Part of it would be in Fort Worth and part in Grand Prairie. Tonight, Adriana de Alba takes a closer look.
It's called River Central, a proposed $2 billion development on more than 140 acres spanning Far East Fort Worth and Grand Prairie.
So this is going to be a true transit-oriented development that we're super excited about.
David Hazenzal is behind plans to develop the area into a hotel, office space, retail, townhomes, and apartments, maybe even a concert venue. All of it less than 5 miles from DFW Airport.
This project would truly sit smack dab in the middle of the Metroplex. That means anyone visiting could just hop on the train and get to either Dallas or downtown Fort Worth.
Plans are working their way through both cities. If approved, a groundbreaking on the first phase could come in about a year.
Welcome to the future of our downtown, a place where modern living meets community, history, and spirit. This impressive development is the cornerstone of our downtown revitalization. It features 291 beautifully designed residential units and offers a range of options to suit every lifestyle. The walk around the neighborhood features nods to our city's rich history. You can really appreciate the touch of heritage maintained in this newly repurposed retail area. These spaces blend the old with the new, creating a unique shopping experience that honors our city's past while looking forward to its future. But what really brings the community together? Public gatherings on the green space and state-of-the-art event stage. It can easily accommodate a crowd in its venue layout, but adapts with little effort into a space for arts and shopping festivals throughout the year. As a venue, it's perfect for town halls and a variety of other city-supported events. The timing of this development coincides with the planned revitalization of Main Street, culminating in a grand opening of a beautiful new downtown destination and an equally beautiful road leading to it. This project isn't just about building a place to live. It's about creating a community we can be proud of. A place where you can thrive, businesses can grow, and the spirit of downtown Grand Prairie can shine brighter than ever.
So let's go back to the $2 billion project I announced here at the State of the City a few years ago. It's plodding through the core because nearly all of it's built in the floodplain. My understanding from the owner of the land and their partners, they hope to get approval from the Corps to finally start digging dirt and moving dirt and where the water has to go sometime late next year. That's how long it takes to work with the Corps of Engineers on reclaiming floodplain area. On the downtown, I need to remind you, TxDOT is letting us choke it down from 4 lanes far on our east side of town and on the west side of Main Street to 2 lanes and direct all the truck traffic off of Main Street so we'll have walkability on our Main Street. We should, yes, that again has been a long road and we're finally getting TxDOT approval. If you see the construction going on where the old Bonanza used to be, that's where Sonic is going. We're moving Sonic from in front of Calvary. Both of those will be flattened and be part of this downtown development. Can't wait. With all this development comes opportunity. More land to build your dream home, grow your career, and launch your business. Look, we used to applaud getting a Starbucks because we didn't have a Starbucks. I remember applauding getting a Smoothie King because we didn't have a Smoothie King. Folks, we're opening up new stores and restaurants every day. Insomnia Cookies. I guess they keep you up all night. Kiki's Breakfast Cafe. Drive by it. It's packed. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Just Love Coffee Cafe. Fin Cha, which is boba tea, which is another thing that Matthew has introduced to me. I like the Thai tea, but I don't like the bobos in them. Try to figure that out. 85 degrees. I remember Matthew telling me about this. He'd been working on it for a long time. They have it. It's packed on weekends. Portillo's. We're getting our own Portillo's. And yeah, and finally, after years and years and years, I finally gave up and said, they may not come. Rosa's has started construction. Oh, Lordy. It took a while. BJ's Wholesale is going in right next to IKEA. Top Golf, we just broke ground on. Swig, I'd never heard of Swig. Google it. Swig, I hope it succeeds. It's a soda fountain store. Black Bear Diner has finally turned in their paperwork to build. What's Black Bear Diner? It's a Cracker Barrel without the retail. It's the food-only Cracker Barrel look-alike. Country food, family food is going on down south of, so you're at Rosa's. Just next to Rosa's is the gas well, the nice little Eiffel Tower. That's the drilling site. South of that, Black Bear. Something we really didn't want, but is coming. I could skip it. Crunch Fitness. Now, some of you may like that, but for me, we've got enough fitness joints. But we couldn't prevent it. We did not allow them to have any deviations, though. Said, okay, if you don't want to build it, bye. I'm sorry, we do tell developers that every once in a while. Mr. Patel, we didn't tell you that Tuesday night on your hotel. Thanks for building. Harbor Freight and 900 East Pioneer Parkway, and they have broken ground on it. Rockin' S Bar and Grill is the new restaurant out at Joe Pool Lake at Lynn Creek Marina. Folks, we're announcing new restaurants all the time. Everybody always wants to know, well, Mayor, what new are you going to announce? I can't announce anything new tonight. My council and I are working hard on 3 major projects. Either because we're not ready to announce or they aren't ready to announce, I cannot announce them. But folks, these are 3 projects that you're going to love. And I believe I will be able to announce them by the end of the year. Folks, as a dream, I promised to make a reality when I was first elected back in 2013, and it's been a dream all of us have had since then. When I say all of us, I mean residents, businesses, city leaders. It's a team effort. My council and I know it's a team effort. Your council recently met to strategize most important needs that you hear about from our residents and businesses. We came up with these 2025 council goals. They're right there on the screen. They're in your annual report at your table. These goals build upon the successes we've had and reflect our shared vision for tomorrow. And forget about the talk or the rumors. My council and I work together for you, the citizens of Grand Prairie. Yes, thank you. We do. We've got a great council. They're all here tonight. Folks, I'm honored to be here. Rebecca and I are honored to serve you. The sky's the limit. We are in the middle of the Metroplex, and now that people have shown and have seen what they can accomplish by moving their businesses here, the sky's the limit. Just think about this for one moment as I close. If you forget about Grandscape, which is a great development. What other city has a Topgolf, an IKEA, a Bass Pro, an Andretti's, a Main Event, a Chicken and Pickle, an indoor water park, and a Boulder Adventure Park? Give me a break. There's not another one. There ain't one. I'm on the RTC, been on it 20 years, Regional Transportation Council. There's 40 of us on it. Mayors, county judges, county commissioners. I'll never forget when I announced Bass Pro, the mayor of Louisville came up to me pissed. He said, Mayor, what a damn lake, and I couldn't get him to come here. I said, sorry. But that's the truth. When Tom and I sat down in his office and envisioned this, I guarantee you we never, in our wildest imaginations, that it would turn out this good. I'm not joking. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you, no, I knew it would happen because it took too many other factors beyond my control. Andretti's came to me and visited with us before the pandemic. And then they went away. We never knew whether they'd come back. But they did. They're happy. Go by there on a Saturday afternoon. Oh my goodness. So, I'm honored you're here tonight. I'm honored to be your mayor. I've got a little fun video for you to watch while I walk off the stage. It's been a great night. Thank y'all for coming.
Hey, show's over, folks. You can all go home. Well, I guess you can stick around if you want to, but while you're here, check out some of the accomplishments we're the most proud of from the last year.